Hey guys, Jamie with the Summer Rain channel. Welcome back. So today we're going to go ahead and make Syndet Bars, which are shampoo in solid form. They're also called Shampoo Bars. The reason why I wanted to clarify and call them in this video a Syndet Bar and not a shampoo bar is oftentimes when you're looking up a shampoo bar, you wind up with a recipe for oils and lye and you mix them together and that's going to give you soap. Not a shampoo bar. They're very different. The pHs are very different and they're two very different things. So this is actually a Syndet bar that's made with surfactants that are going to go ahead and cleanse your hair. I did put the full recipe down in the description box below. I also put a link to my blog. So there are so many things you can do to customize this Syndet bar to suit your hair needs, but it's far too much for me to go over in this one video. It would just be such a long video that if you want to do some substitutions, if you want to learn a little bit more, just hop over to my blog. I do have all of the information there for you. Without further ado, let's dive in and make our shampoo bars. You're going to want to start by measuring out all of your ingredients on the scale. You're going to want to make sure you have a kitchen scale that goes to 0.01 of an ounce. That way you get a really accurate measurement. So these are our surfactants that we're going to use. The first one is SCI. So this is a very mild surfactant. It gives you nice creamy dense bubbles. Make sure that you get this in powdered form. I guess if you got it in noodle form it'd be fine. You just have to grind it up, which is what I did. But it is very irritating to your lungs, so be sure that you're wearing a mask when dealing with it. Our next surfactant is SLSA. This is going to give us a very nice bubbly lather, and it works really good in hard water. And our third surfactant is cocamidopropyl betaine, which is a positively charged surfactant. Because it is positively charged, it leaves our hair feeling conditioned when we use it. This is what I like to call our thickeners and our hardeners. So that's how I'd group these three ingredients. The first one that we have is sodium lactate. This comes from the fermentation of corn and beet sugar, and it's basically a liquid salt. So this is really going to help to harden up our Syndet bar. Our next ingredient is cetyl alcohol. Typically when you hear the word alcohol, you think of a drying agent, but this is really the opposite. It's going to put a conditioning agent into our Syndet bar. And our last hardening agent is cocoa butter. Now, here's the thing. When you add an oil to your shampoo bar, it's going to take away some of the lather, but this is going to help to harden the bar a little bit, and it's also going to add a bit of moisture to our hair, so well worth it for a little bit less bubbles. And as you can see, we're not using very much of it. Now, this is what I'm going to call our cool down / extra ingredients. So the first one is hydrolyzed wheat protein, and I also have some veggie keratin. I like to add in some extras, so I'm going to use some veggie keratin, and I'm also going to use some hydrolyzed wheat protein. There are so many different things that you can do, that you can add to or change in your Syndet bar to customize it to suit your needs. So really have fun with this. Like, there are so many things you can do, and it's really hard to mess it up. So if you take my base recipe and you just tweak it a little bit, you are still going to wind up with a very nice, very luxurious shampoo bar. Now the next ingredient, I guess it's optional because technically there's no water in our shampoo bar, but it does get wet, so I am going to go ahead and add a preservative in. You certainly don't have to, but I just feel a little bit better knowing that I do have a preservative in here, seeing as it's going to get wet repeatedly and it's going to be in the shower. And the third one, and this is completely optional, I'm going to go ahead and use some fragrance oil because I like it to have a little bit of a scent to it. What we're going to do is go ahead, grab yourself a heat-safe container. We're going to add in the cocoa butter and at the same time the cetyl alcohol. And then what we're going to do is we are going to put this in a double boiler. For a double boiler, I just take a pan of water and I have a little silicone mat that I cut just so the glass isn't bumping around on the container. Now I'm going to put this on the stove on a low heat until it's completely melted. Go ahead and grab whatever container you're going to be mixing in, and we're very carefully going to put our surfactants in here. Now I don't know if this is showing up on camera, but it's poofing everywhere. So be sure to be masked up. So that was the SLSA. Now we'll put the SCI. And the cocamidopropyl betaine. I pulled this off the double boiler. Be sure when you pull it off, you wipe the outside of your container with a rag or something to dry it up. We don't want to get any extra water into our Syndet bar. I'm going to grab our surfactant blend and I'm going to pop this in there. Now very slowly, so I don't poof these surfactants up all over, I'm going to start mixing this up. And I kind of just use like a chopping motion to do it. Next, we're going to add the sodium lactate. And we're going to mix everything in there very good. Now it is going to be a bit hard to mix because it's a very thick consistency. Now this is too thick to mix, so I'm going to have to melt our surfactants a little bit. So I'm going to pop this whole thing right on a double boiler. I pulled this off the double boiler, and as you can see now, it's like a paste consistency and it's no longer powdery. So if at any point you got to put it back on there, it doesn't take long at all to get that heated up. So one of the biggest differences between a bar of soap or something like that and a Syndet bar is these are actually going to be a pH that is going to be safe for your hair. So the last thing we want to do is make something that is going to be destructive or not good for our hair or anything like that. So typically your hair is going to be between 4 and 5.5 in pH. So a soap that's made with oils and lye, the pH is way higher than what we can do with a surfactant. So surfactants are cleansing agents. They're what's going to give you the bubbles, all of that. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to bring the pH down because we're going to put it in a range that's safe for your hair. And we're going to go ahead and check the pH. Our pH was at 6.2, so we're just going to have to lower that a little bit. We lower that with a 50% citric acid blend. If you don't know how to make the 50% citric acid blend, I will go ahead, I will post a video that explains how to do it. And then we're just going to go ahead, we're going to mix that all the way through our shampoo bar, and we're going to give it a couple minutes just to go ahead and change the pH, and then we will test it again to make sure we are in our range. So we're going for a range between 4, anywhere between 4 and 5.5 is hair safe. So we are going to go ahead and check the pH just to make sure now we are in that range. And I am at 5.3, so I'm in the pH range, and this is now adjusted completely. Now, if this starts cooling too much on you and it starts setting up, feel free just to pop it back on the double boiler for a few minutes. So to this, I'm going to add my fragrance oil, hydrolyzed wheat protein, and my veggie keratin. And at the same time, I'm going to go ahead and add my preservative. And then we're just going to mix everything up really well. Now, if you wanted to color your shampoo bar, this is when you would do it. You could add just a bit of mica powder in here to give it a nice color. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to add just a bit of blue mica powder. And we're just going to keep mixing it until we get it fully combined. As your mixture is cooling down, it is not easy to mix at all. So I really recommend before you add the cool down ingredients that you give it one more quick heat up. Now to get this, when I'm putting this in the mold, I'm really trying to focus on the edges. So I'm really pushing it in. So you're really gonna get in there. You're gonna push it down kind of as hard as you want. You really wanna pack it into the mold. See this mold, like when you push it down, the ends kind of come out. I'll show you when I pull the bar out, but you really wanna get in there and push it in really good. And I just can't stand when the bottoms are all weird. So I really spend a lot of time smoothing out the bottom of my shampoo bar. Not that it matters, but just aesthetically it's a little bit more pleasing. And then after you allow these just to cool down a bit, kind of let everything harden up, you're just going to go ahead and pop them out of the mold. And there are your finished shampoo bars. Now, I'm often asked how you go ahead and keep your shampoo bars from getting mushy. As you can tell, these are very solid. Like, these are rock hard, and I just made them like an hour ago. The thing that's going to make these get soggy is if you leave them sitting in water. So you can't leave them in like a pool of water, the same as you can't leave a bar of soap in a pool of water. What I would recommend is getting like a dish rack, one of the ones that have the draining part, and it'll drain out in your shower. Then that way you don't have to worry about it. I'm often asked how to use a shampoo bar, and I don't know. It would just feel so weird for me to shampoo my hair. I mean, if you want me to, and if you're not grasping how to use it, absolutely I will. Just let me know. But I can go ahead and give you the gist of it without me actually doing it. What you're going to do is you're going to take your shampoo bar, you're going to put it under the water, and you are going to lather it up like it's a bar of soap. Then you're going to take that soap and you're going to put it in your hair, and you're going to shampoo as normal. So it might take a little bit in the beginning to kind of get some soap lathered up, but once you start, you are going to get so many soap bubbles, you're going to be completely shocked. Now, typically when I wash my hair twice a week, and I will wash it twice in the shower. So the first one is really to get up all of the oil and the dirt and all of that residue, or like the hairspray that I'm using, all the stuff that I'm putting in my hair. And then the second time that I shampoo it is really to get a good cleanse in. So normally when you're using a regular shampoo, you're not going to get very many bubbles the first time because you have buildup and stuff like that. And the same is true with a shampoo bar. It isn't like some super secret sauce that's going to be like way better than a shampoo. It is just shampoo in a different form. I hope that clarifies how to use it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoy making and using your Syndet bars as much as I do. Bye!